Good morning, everyone. So I'm a little late to the game today. I've been busy. I've had some conundrums this morning. But I've come today with a reading to find out if gold moving forward is going to be valued more than silver. All right, so that was the question that I asked. I asked if moving forward, gold would be valued more than silver. And it's very interesting what I'm getting here, you guys. So I'm getting there's going to be a lot of choices and lots of strategy, that there's information that we don't have yet, and that there are things that are going to be able to take us out of poverty. They've just got to come up from the surface. They're hidden, that will create a wish fulfillment. So I'm getting there many things that will be strategies that will create wish fulfillment. Many things that's going to take people from, being destitute or in dire straits or poor, that's going to come up from the surface that will create wish fulfillment, which means that we'll go from being impoverished to being happy. Many choices, lots of strategies. The information just isn't out there yet. So I find that really interesting. So I didn't want to go any further until I got you all on here, so I've got the cards, right? And I find that really interesting. So there was a series of questions that were given to me around this. So I want to know, because apparently the elites and countries and whatnot are buying up gold. They're buying up gold while everybody's calling for silver to outvalue, to better value, to be worth more than gold. So there'll be a lot of choices and a lot of strategies that we can take. A lot of choices, you guys. Not just gold, not just silver, but a lot of choices. Isn't that interesting? Don't you think that's interesting? We'll have a lot of choices and strategies. It's just that all the information hasn't come up to the surface yet. So, going from there, I guess what I want to know is, can you give me a story off of these choices? So, as you guys know, I'm just going to, my guides know how we do this. They're plenty okay with me moving the cards around like this because I've got the camera in one hand. And so they know how to work with me. We've been doing this stuff together a long time. Spirit and I. So I'm just kind of just giving them a little, sort of like a little shuffle right now. Only not really shuffling them, right? And so now that I feel like I've done that a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and cut them my usual 3 times, okay? And I'm going to ask for a story around our choices, you guys. Our choices and the strategies. I want to know more about that, don't you? So we've got strength. Things being held close to the chest. Things transcending. And sharing and caring. You guys, there's going to be a lot more than just gold and silver that's going to help people. There's choices. There's choices, you guys. So I would say, honestly, whatever you can afford, what are you hearing? What are you hearing? I know there's a lot of talk around a lot of things, and you just got to be really discerning. But when I said, will gold be worth more than silver, we're going to have a lot of choices and strategies to choose from. I'm getting that there's a lot of information that hasn't come out yet. I'm getting that people are going to be able to go from this all the way up to this. It's just that things are hidden right now. When I say give me a story off of this, choices card, there's good choices out there, strength. They're just not, you just might not know about them yet. But they'll transcend everything. That's where miracles happen. And, people will be able to share, and this is very interesting, and it's elusive. So I'm going to ask now, give me a story about gold alone. I want to know just about gold, okay? Just only the gold. Give me a story about gold and its value. Because Spirit's saying, it's not just those two things, you guys. So I know that's what most people are focused on. All right, so where do I have room? I'm in my shop right now, so my table isn't quite as big, but okay. So right here, I've got a little room. Give me a story just around the gold, okay? Okay. So gold is going to be very valuable. Okay? So gold, we've got the Wheel of Fortune there, right? And I'm saying just give me a story around the gold. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got this abundance, this sovereign and abundance card. And we've got that, this moving fast flame, fire, right? And happy endings. Gold is going to be very valuable. Gold is going to be very valuable, you guys. There are other things too. Other things that are going to be of value. Things that we don't know about yet. Stuff that still needs to come up from the surface. So that's interesting. But gold is going to be very valuable, you guys. So now, I don't have much room. So now I'm going to do, what I do. And I'm going to kind of just shuffle these up just a little bit, you guys. And I'm going to ask for a story around silver. Okay? And I want to know if the silver is going to be valuable. Oh, it's so cold in here. Got my little heater going. Burr. Let me tell you. Burr. We had some major cold last night. I hate it. I hate the cold. It's not really all the way warmed up in here yet, and my hands are very cold. So if I fumble with the cards a little bit, that's because my hands are numb, you guys. But there, I feel like we've shuffled them up a little bit. And now I'm going to cut them 3 times. Okay. And I'm going to ask for a story around the value of silver. Listen, the value of silver is going to be abundant. All right, you guys. So silver is also going to be very valuable. But right now, I would say the deep state's keeping that value oppressed. There's chains that bind there with silver, okay? So that's being oppressed by the bad guys, but it's going to be abundant, and it's going to come through. We're going to see some happiness and celebrations around this silver moving forward on this journey, you guys. So silver will be abundant. Right now it's being oppressed by the bad guys, the value, but it's going to come around, and it's going to be celebrated as we move forward on this journey. It's going to be hyper-focused on even once the value comes up. So with that hyper-focus, I want to take a look. I just want to look a little deeper, right? So I'm just going to cut 3 more times, you guys. And I want more of a story around the hyper focus on the silver. So give me more of a story. It's going to be a brand new start for the silver. Communities are going to be happy. And yeah, so there's going to be like a surrendering to this silver. So I think maybe the silver, because it's being controlled by the deep state, I think maybe the silver is going to have to like also take a nosedive. Please let me know if it's losing value right now. If it is losing value, I guess that would be easier to buy, right? People could afford to buy it more. But it's saying it's going to be abundant, but the deep state's got a hold of it right now. They're going to celebrate. Moving forward, we're going to be hyper-focused on that silver. It's going to have a brand new start. Communities, it's going to have a brand new start. So we're going to redo something with the silver. Something new is going to come around with the silver after a surrendering too. So, just give me a couple more clarifying cards on that. It's going to be brought forward with strength. All right, so it's probably going to crash in value a little bit as our dollar does, maybe. That's what it's looking like. It looks like, yes, it's going to be abundant because they said, give me a story around the silver and the abundance. So right now, first card up, abundance. That's the King of Pentacles, and that's a very abundant card, as you guys can see. Lots of abundance there. But it's deep state controlled. There will be some celebrations. We're going to be hyper-focused on it. Hyper-focused on it for a while, probably. It's getting a brand new start, though, you guys. Community is going to be happy about it. It's got to surrender to, but after it surrenders to, it's going to be given to us straight, and it's going to be abundant. So silver is going to be abundant. Silver is, I'm sorry that the camera's blurring. So silver is going to be abundant. It's going to be valuable. It's going to move in. Once there's a surrendering to it, it says that it's going to be brought forth and it's going to be abundant, valuable. So it's going to be valuable. Gold is also going to be very valuable. It's, the Wheel of Fortune says highly sovereign, fast moving, happy endings. Happy endings. So gold's probably going to shoot up in value too. We're going to have a lot of different, we're also going to have other things though, you guys. Lots of things to choose from. Lots of strategies as far as building your wealth. There's going to be a lot of things that are strong. Right now, it's just being held close to people's chests. But there's going to be a transcending going on where people are going to be able to really share in the wealth and the abundance. So there's stuff that it's saying there's going to be all of these choices and strategies that we can make. There's information right now that needs to come up from the surface, but there are going to be multiple ways for people to go from dire straits to wish fulfillment. All right. So that's good to know. It's a series of questions that I was being asked about the gold and the silver, and I said I'd have to do it in segments. But, this is what I'm getting anyways, you guys. I'm getting that gold and silver will both be of value. But silver has to go through this thing first. There's this whole thing that silver has to go through before it's brought, come out with its, real value, because right now the value is being controlled. The silver's value is being controlled by the deep state, by the cabal. Isn't that interesting? That we're going to have multiple choices. And gold is going to be very valuable. Yeah, gold is going to be very valuable. So I'm just going to, I want to look around these choices again just to see what we get. I want to know, can you give me more of a story? And honestly, what I'm looking for around those choices is Pentacles. Because I'm wondering, if they're going to revalue that dollar, if that's considered one of the choices, is that the dollar itself, so So let's see. I'm cutting those cards. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you what I'm doing, and I should be. Although I think all of you that join me trust me, and knowing that I'm not, I don't know. you know if I say I'm shuffling them, right? So let's look around these choices. So there's more pentacles, you guys. So work being done, judgment happening, looking out at the new. So I was looking for pentacles. Remember I said that. So yeah, so the dollar itself is going to be worth more because the work's going into that. Judgment's coming in to shift that a bit as we focus on the new journey. So the dollar itself will be worth more. Gold is going to be worth money. Silver is going to be worth money. We're going to have an abundance of choices, you guys. So, yeah, everything about abundance, right, is going to be, there's going to be a big shift. Seems as though everything is going to take on a new value. All right, so one last question before we wrap this up. I'm 16 minutes in. I'm sorry. When I first started doing these, I intended them to be short, and some of them are, some of them aren't. But I hope that you guys find a little value in them, no matter how long or lengthy they are, how short or how long. So one of the things that I want to know right now is all of this gold, all of this silver, and the value of the dollar, as they say, it's all going to shift into, these happy endings, all these choices that we're going to have. Are we seeing basically, how do I want to word this, you guys? So, okay, this is what I want to know. All of the money right now, all of it, everything that we would consider giving us wealth, I want to know, is that being controlled by the deep state right now? Okay, so I've cut them and I've cut them. And no, it's things right now, it looks like they're being controlled by the white hats. The value of things, yeah, this is the value of things right now are being controlled by the white hats. And spirit, the world, right? Destiny, karma. A lot of work going into all of this, you guys, to bring justice. So, there you have it. We're going to have choices. We're going to have multiple choices, multiple strategies. Gold is going to be valuable. Silver is going to be valuable. It's got to go through this whole period of surrendering to, because the deep states still they've been manipulating it, right? But even the value of our dollar is going to shift and be judged and come out strong. So we've got a lot of choices that are going to give us strength. It looks like we're moving towards like much brighter days in a lot of ways, you guys. So right now, it looks like for the most part, the white hats are really, the white hats, karma, spirit, they're the ones really controlling the value of things right now. They're doing a lot of work with it because justice has to come in. So I hope that this reading, I hope you found a little value in it. Silver will be abundant. It's been manipulated by the bad guys, but we are going to have some celebrations moving forward. There's going to be a lot of hyper focus on that. It's going to start a brand new cycle as it comes forward into the communities. It's got to surrender first, and then they're going to bring it to us straight with some nice value. There are other options that are going to be strong. Right now, we don't know about them. They're being held close to the chest, but there's a lot of transcending that's going to happen with that. And we're going to be very happy. There's going to be an ability to share. When I asked about the regular dollar, I've buried these cards because I don't have a lot of room. But when I asked about the regular dollar, remember it said, there's a lot of work going in for that regular dollar. and it's being judged, and then it's going to have a whole new face to it too when that comes forward. So, and then I asked, who's controlling things, and it's the white hats right now, and the world, spirit, karma, you name it, doing a lot of work right now to bring justice to these things that are of value. So I hope that you find this reading of value, you guys. I didn't have a lot of room, so as you can see, they're kind of clustered up, but you get the gist of it. Again, today, I brought you a lot of healing. I do that every day. Just breathe in and accept it for only your highest and greatest good, only and always, right? And I hope that you found some value in this. And yeah, I'm sending you many, many blessings and much love and much healing. And, still, as of yesterday, always that energy to persevere, move forward, and get whatever it is that you're needing, no matter what it is that you're needing, finding a way, finding that will, because where there's a will, there's a way. All right, you guys, until next time, much, much love, many, many blessings from me to all of you. I'll see ya.